It's time to get a little less serious about wrestling. This is the alternate commentary table with lifelong friends.
Notice your difference in size.
And lifelong wrestling fans.
Each is a very capable performer, and each is a little too clever to give the other boy much of an advantage.
Mitch Hontzias.
Credits himself with a lot of power.
And Dimitri Korolis.
So that he got all that power from drinking raw olive oil all through his youth.
Test.
We're here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Wait a minute. Who is this?
Are you that way? Are you
Hello?
there?
Hello?
Are you there?
It's like talking to your grandma in Greece. Hello? Hello?
Hey, are you there?
Are you there?
You hear me?
You hear?
I hear. Hold on. Yorgo, shut up. I'm on the phone.
Hello?
I can hear you. Hi.
Hello?
Hi. Mom, just because you're on the phone talking to someone overseas does not mean that you need to talk that loud.
That's right.
You can talk normal.
What was the use of phones? They could have just yelled across the sea to each other.
They already heard each other from across the way, just like you're hearing us right here every single, not day, it would have rhymed, but week, alternate commentary table brought to you by the Celebrate Network podcast feed, where that's what we do. We celebrate wrestling.
Right.
That's what we do.
We do.
I think I said Celebrate Network.
Do I have your shirt in the
That
car?
might be a typo.
Oh my God, I had your shirt
Stop
on the
it.
counter and I forgot to bring it to you.
Hold on a second.
I'm so sorry.
We will get to that.
I even washed it for you, by the way.
Don't you ape.
I washed it. You're welcome.
Celebrate Wrestling. It's the podcast network. We do all that wrestling business. We love it. You're listening to the ACT with Mitch and Dimitri. Really, the Golden Greeks over here.
Hey.
Okay?
Hey.
The Uzos. The Golden Greeks.
Come on.
The Olive Fettus.
That's it.
I mean, the list of accolades goes on and on and on and on.
And the movement is moving.
The GWO, the founders, the Archons. We're like the Young Bucks.
That's right.
Of this whole thing,
Okay,
right?
who do you want to be, Matt or Nick?
I kind of want to be Matt.
Okay, you know what? I wanted to be Matt too, but I'll be Nick.
I'll be Nick.
No, I'll be Matt. It's
You know
fine.
what? Let the people decide.
That's right. Who's Matt? Who's Nick?
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
they got Greek names.
Good point.
Okay?
Yeah, they do.
Nikos, Mateos, what do you want from us?
Young Bucks.
Young bucks?
That's Greek somehow.
A buck is basically a lamb with horns
That's
or
true.
antlers.
True.
That's what it is.
That's it.
Okay?
That's exactly
Greeks know
it.
how to make a buck.
Yeah.
Restaurant business.
Makes all the sense in the world.
There
Makes
you
all
go.
the sense.
We'll come up with
We'll get
something over
something
there.
here.
We'll come up with something. Celebrate Wrestling on the Facebook page. You got to join it. Mitch talked about the movement and the traction. There's a lot of fun stuff going on. There's a lot of great stuff that goes on over there. McGuire on Wrestling is the other show. Legends and Champions from the other side. Our friends over there on the other side in England.
What are you doing over there?
Our Scottish accents, they're on fire right now.
You take the higher and I'll take the lower.
Because Greeks are basically the Scottish of the UK.
Can you imagine a Greek-Irish accent?
That'd be
oh my God.
fire.
That would be the hardest language to ever learn.
That would be amazing. Hey, you wanted a little more tzatziki, did you?
We listened to the ACT over here. Those lads are beautiful.
Mike loses his mind.
Oh, yeah,
right? He loves it.
He likes it when we do our
Yeah,
accents.
well, he likes it when you do. I don't
Yeah.
know if he likes anything I do because,
Well,
you
I
get
mean,
shirts and you get
You
t-shirts.
do tend to push the envelope.
You get your shirts and your stickers and
the
everyone's
shirts,
laughing at me.
the shirts are ours. I
Oh.
don't expect him to pay double postage.
Okay.
You can't pay double postage when we're together.
That's fine. The letterhead said Mitch. You know what, Mike? I don't know what I did, okay? But I'll tell you what.
What's that?
I'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, this is Dimitri trying to be the bad boy of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm the bad boy. Yeah,
That's
I'm the
right.
leather jacket man of the podcast. I defy all the rules.
Yeah,
Now let's start with luchadors.
Yeah.
The thing, buddy. Speaking of which, all
yeah.
jokes, Commander, that guy, what's
Yeah.
his AEW?
Yeah.
You know what? When you run across the rope,
Yeah.
full stride.
Full stride.
I mean, the margin for error.
When you're doing laps around the top of the ring, yeah, it's pretty good.
crazy.
It's
to me.
good, man. Let's just say this. Can we say one thing, especially after what happened last week? Saturday night's main event, AEW, Double or Nothing. The talent pool in wrestling has never been better.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's only getting better. And we'll get into that, what I'm talking about in a quick second here.
Sure.
But let's start with that. Last week was the, you want to call them PLEs, you want to call them pay-per-views. AEW literally was a pay-per-view, but
Yeah.
the Saturday night's main event, listen, I used to stay up late at night waiting for this. Now they've made it to mainstream, right? Like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock start, wherever it is, depending on what area of the city you're in or country. I don't know if I like this. It's not what I thought it was going to be. It's Jesse Ventura, yes, nostalgia all day. But I am not liking, like, look, man, when R-Truth is one of the matches on there, yeah, I'm going to say it. Guys, I know you're all going to say, oh, he's kind of fun. You know what? When he's actually like the thing I'm looking forward to, this is not good either.
Okay.
I'm falling face first in all this. I don't like any of this right now.
Okay.
I do not like any of it right
I might be one of the few people that liked Saturday night's main event.
I did not. I did. Okay, what did you like about it? Let's go there.
Well, because I think I watched it actually for what it actually is.
Okay.
Like, okay, it's not a PLE.
Right.
It's not the weekly episodic show. It's
True.
just a different day of the week at nighttime that has marquee matches. So you sit there and you watch.
Marquee matches?
Yeah, you got championship. You got your both champions.
Marquee matches?
Marquees. Can I finish? See, this is what you're doing again. This is why you get the shirts and I don't. It's a stinger. Marquee.
R-Truth versus John Cena is now a marquee match.
Just, you know, and this
fine.
is-
I stand corrected. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, you got your championship belts that are on the line.
Right.
You have your major superstars that are there.
Yeah.
You got the Bronson Reed that came. Like, you know.
That was a good. I like that part.
But what I'm saying is, hey, fan, what were you looking for?
But here's my point. Okay, hold on. But why couldn't they do all that stuff they did on Saturday night on Raw or SmackDown? Would you agree that right now, over the last, dare I say, 3 months,
Yeah.
both shows have been duds? Like, they're just not living up to expectation. So why not give us some of that you're doing for that Saturday night main event? Sprinkle it on a few of these shows.
So then if you're making the argument that Saturday night's main event was a dud, and then at the same time saying you should have taken some of Saturday night's main event to help save the other show, was it really a dud?
Well, yes, it is.
Checkmate. Show's over. Thank you for listening to the alternate commentary.
Have a great week, everyone. Talk to you later. Okay, you got me a little bit there, but dude, I'm sorry. It's just like I just wanted to see more. I need more, man. I guess
it wasn't.
You know what? Can I say this?
It wasn't as
Raw and SmackDown have been so duddish that this is what I consider now to be fun.
Great,
and that's not even that.
Great use of dud.
Thank you.
Very good use.
Okay, I'll say one thing. The Bronson Reed coming back, like that. That's great. Nice to see him back. Any matches, he fits into that little team. I like it. I like it too.
But this is but this is what I'm saying, right?
Right.
Like there's 3, 4 matches, whatever it is. And so, yes, it's conflicting to the fan. Is it a mega event where we want all this stuff?
Okay, what about, hold on. Jey Uso and Logan Paul, 10 minutes? 10 minutes.
Play to your strengths.
10, well, yes, but that's the problem. That's your strength? 10 minutes in the heavyweight championship match?
But hold on. Saturday night's main event is nostalgic for us because we would stay up late.
That's right.
Watch these matches.
That's right.
But what really happened, like if you go back to the archive.
Zeus came.
Okay, one.
Macho Man and Hogan fought each other for the first time. Like that's where they kind of like broke up.
Okay, well, we could Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
Here it is, and maybe that's why I'm so mad about it.
I'm just triggering.
Out of all the places he could have showed up, he shows up there.
So you got Rhodes coming back.
Yeah.
You got championship belts on the line. You got R-Truth, which right there is a ticket seller. You got a reveal from the Heyman stable.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just too hard on them right now. Maybe you're right.
Everyone's hard on Saturday night's main event. You want it, but you don't want it.
Maybe you're right.
Which one is it? Do you want the pizza right at your door hot, or do you like it better when it's cold the next morning? You complain when it's hot because you like cold pizza, but the next morning you microwave it and then you complain in the consistency and the crust not there.
I stand here honestly, humbled, and I say to you, you're right. I want too much. It's my own fault. I should have expected. I should have been satisfied with what we got.
Because the problem is
it's the Cody Rhodes. That's where I got mad. I'm being triggered. But okay, let me ask you this: did you like that he came back? Were you happy to see him back?
Yeah,
you were happy to see him.
You know what?
I think the guy deserved a little bit better of a why didn't he come back at the next PLE or maybe I don't know. I just didn't. I thought he deserved a little bit better of a comeback. In my opinion,
I get it. Okay,
and this is me saying.
This
is me.
Me. And he hates the guy.
Not hate.
Loathes.
Disgusted by.
Despises. Not hate. Despise. Yeah, I think, he's got to come back. You know what? He needs to be back, eh? He does. He adds to the roster, Mitch.
Well,
like,
no,
it's not
of course he's got to be back.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy that way. I mean, of course he's got to. I don't know. Maybe I just read too much on the internet and I wanted a different Cody.
All I'm worried about
Yeah.
is you gave us John Cena, Cody Rhodes up to WrestleMania in this buildup, right? With a huge turn from Cena and all that. And the consensus was it fell a little bit flat.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
What I'm worried about is clearly we see that they're doing it over again.
Oh, yeah.
If they don't do something different in the promo line here,
I don't think we're going to get a lot different. It'll be different because there's more people involved now. Now we got the Logan Paul and John Cena tagging up together against Jay and Cody and stuff like that. But let me ask you this. Okay, so you saw Saturday night's main event. Yeah. I don't know if you happened to buy the pay-per-view for AEW, but I know they're not the same, but they are. I mean, they are rivals and they are putting on this marquee matches at the same time. AEW Double or Nothing was excellent. Excellent. Yeah. From top to bottom, all the matches were great. It was exciting. Like, I'm telling you, man, right now, AEW, and I'm going to say it, AEW, South Carolina, George, hold on to your pants.
Oh, no.
Has taken over the WWE. Now, obviously from ratings and stuff like that, we'll never know anymore because of the Netflix situation. But in regards to where do I put it in my pound for pound ranking, AEW is number one now. And now I'm taking everything into consideration. Over the last couple of weeks, everyone's talked to us about, hey man, we really like that episode that you guys talked about ticket prices and everything. When you talk pound for pound, and GW Joe has been a big advocate of this to you from the point of view, he's gone to a few shows lately, and he's paying, a decent amount of money, $60, $70, $100, whatever it is, to go to these shows, and he's talking about some great matches. I'm talking about if you're going to WWE and you're paying thousands of dollars to sit up close, or at least in the hundreds now, and you're getting that kind of showcase, and then you go to AEW and that pay-per-view, I'm telling you right now, I would have paid $1,000 for that pay-per-view because from top to bottom, it was excellent. Gave you everything you wanted in a bag of chips. Right now, AEW, their promo can be a little bit better, but take that to the side. AEW is surpassing WWE as the number one promotion. I'm telling you right now. I think they're doing a great job, and I'm really enjoying the matches. I mean, I guess I'm really starting to watch wrestling for the matches now, not so much the promo, which I've been that guy before.
I know where you're going. I like where you're going.
Right.
I do agree with you.
Thank you.
Kinda.
Okay.
Because I'll
take the kinda.
You'll take the kinda. Because they each have something. Mm-hmm. This is what's kind of neat.
Okay.
They each have something right now that the other person doesn't have. AEW doesn't have the production and the promo.
But
and
they're
the
right there,
line.
man. They're getting there.
But AEW has the wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, by far.
I mean, going back, whether it's ticket price, now when you say, where should I spend my money on?
Right.
This is unfortunately where the WWE is smarter with the Netflix deal.
Right.
You don't have to anymore. The perception of spending money on PLEs is gone because you're not buying Netflix for WWE. You're just owning a subscription home-based service. So they've kind of, in a weird way, won the game without winning the game.
They went corporate.
They went corporate.
They're wearing bow ties now to work.
But here's the thing, yes, put up.
Yeah.
There is going to come a time when they're going to actually ask the fans in the wrestling world to make a choice.
You think so? Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do. I do as a barometer check. I don't know when. I don't know if it's in 6 months, a year, 5 years, whenever it is. At some point in time, it's going to be listen.
Yeah.
We're both in this place.
Well, I see. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, they'll lose that way. I agree. I'm not sitting here telling you.
Because that Double or Nothing was
beyond amazing.
Maybe.
But what you're going to get if they do this barometer test where you're saying they're going to be at the same place at the same time, kind of like when Raw met NWO, right? When DX showed up at the stadium when Nitro was on at the same time or whatever.
That's
right?
when the ticket prices are going to come into effect. Is what I'm saying.
But here's the thing: the true fans, the true fans, right? Could you fill an arena with true fans? Yes. Can they all get to the same place at the same time? I guess you could call it WrestleMania. You could call it at one of the big pay-per-views. But at the end of the day, I think if you were to pull them right now, get your top, like how they vote on the best MVP in a certain sport, get all the journalists together, get your top, get your Mike Maguires, get your Melchers, give them all a vote. I'm telling you right now, AEW would win. As who is the best promo right now? Who's the best promotion in the league right now? It's got to be AEW for everything that I listed, from ticket prices to experience to everything. I'm telling you, AEW is winning. WWE has gone corporate. Remember back in the day when Stone Cold went corporate and we're like, oh my God, how is he doing this? This is what it feels like. 6 months ago, they went to Netflix. And ever since they went, I just feel like everything has changed. And bad or good, it's not about bad or good. It's changed. And the Rock is even getting things. Like, people are not liking The Rock all of a sudden. I'm noticing on the internets. They're not loving the final boss the way they used to. He's getting the WrestleManias wrong. WrestleManias are getting kicked out of cities now.
Yeah.
That never happened before.
It's never happened.
It's never happened before.
They're kicking them out.
They're getting out of them.
They're in and then
Vegas gets another WrestleMania. They get another one?
Vegas
to be honest,
Vegas.
That's not a bad thing. I mean, I think it's actually, you go to the city that can harbor all these people. I mean, but
like to make Vegas home for WrestleMania is not the worst.
It's not. Absolutely not. They might want to think about something like that.
Well, and the Meltzer and the McGuire talked about it the other week, and the Meltzer, I believe he said, he's like, listen, there's nothing going on during that weekend.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Vegas is salivating at the bit.
Salivating.
Right? Because it's a in between. It's like a purgatory of sports events.
That's right.
Look, I agree with you. Like, the wrestling and they're getting back on track. What I mean is, I'm digging the Adam Page Ospreay Moxley.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I'm digging it. But they got to stop being cheese. And Ospreay?
Right.
Ospreay?
Oh, boy.
I'm not going to open the drawers this week.
Yeah. You're not.
I'm not.
Why not?
Because I'm going to wait a sec.
Okay.
But you are teetering on Cody Rhodes' goody two-shoe territory.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he is.
Hey,
He definitely is, yeah.
You're teetering on it.
He's teetering.
Okay, so I'm giving you a parent's warning.
That's true. That's nice that you're doing that.
Okay?
That's nice that you're doing
Careful who you're hanging out with.
You really should have stayed with Don Callis now in hindsight. In hindsight. There's a faction.
Ugh.
Can I just tell you? There's a faction. And he's got a little sprinkle of everything in there. That's why I like it. Don Callis right now is running a good stable.
He's running a good, just down the middle.
Down the middle.
Finding out what he needs.
Yeah.
Just building the team right. I don't know if it's championship material yet.
Yeah.
But he's got, he needs a superstar. He's building the team.
Anarchy in the arena. I want to talk about that for a second. I like crazy fights like that. And I have to admit, AEW, I don't know who's writing this stuff or the wrestlers coming up with it. Like tacks underneath your shoes, jumping off a forklift, throwing guys into speakers. Well done. It was kind of fun because you're like, what could they do? Oh, yeah, he threw him into a speaker.
Yeah, but you know what I love with about AEW is that that's their thing.
There was a bomb under a table.
It's crazy.
Like, how did they know? How did they know?
How did they know? This is what we wanted.
There was a bomb. They couldn't defuse the bomb.
That should have been part of it, right? You just have like people just sweating down and be like, cut the red wire.
So
just
good.
Hold on 1 second longer.
This was a segment on the sports show. Was it?
If you know, you know. But the stadium brawls and anarchy in the arenas and all that, it's their thing.
Yeah.
Like they've that's part of their identity. And I like that. They're seeing an identity. The Hurt Syndicate, I love you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Page, the Hangman, and that whole thing. I love it's not,
better. I'm still not a fan of the guy, but I can't disrespect his wrestling. He's amazing wrestler.
I got to be honest with you. The Death Rider thing, really.
They've got some gumption now or something. So they're
like,
picking up steam or something.
I think, but because I like how they're building it.
I'll tell you why. It's because Marina's fighting.
Exactly.
She's fighting now.
Oh, mother's milk. Yes, please.
Did you see they locked like Willow's ear to the ring or something? Did you see that?
Crazy.
Who comes up with this stuff?
Crazy.
This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy.
Willow, Nia Jax, dream match. Who wins?
Oh, good one. Oh. I think I
gotta go now. Yeah, me too. But AEW, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you. The Greek World Order is telling you.
You listening?
Tony Storm, Mercedes Moné, this has the opportunity to actually be the matches of matches. I'm telling you, get as much marketing dollars behind this because this is all in.
That's right. This is it. I agree with you.
Like, don't get me wrong. The Paige and the Moxie is going to be fun and great, but I'm telling you, this is it.
I agree 100%. I got to be very honest here. I'm very excited about that match. And I'm okay with I kind of really want, as much as I love the Tony, I want Monet. I think I want Monet to like clear the table, get it all. She's got all the belts. It's kind of fun. Now she won the the Owen Hart tournament and the World Heavyweight Champ. I just think it would be such a good thing for women's wrestling for that to happen.
Normally, I would agree with you with this, and I think I did earlier. Like, we think she's going to win, right?
As we get closer, we'll figure it out. But yeah,
but I have to disagree. I think you have to, like AEW. This is where you got to learn one of those things where I said this is what the WWE is doing that you're not.
Yeah,
you gotta understand when someone's marketable.
Right.
You got to educate. Like, who was it? The Thekla.
Yeah, Thekla.
Okay, which, by the way, is our buddy Costa's mom's name.
Yeah,
so I don't know. Thekla might be Greek.
She's GWO. Look at everyone's trying to join.
We got what's her face from Thessaloniki?
Yeah, that's right. She's in. Yeah,
she's in.
Yeah,
right?
she's already in.
So the thing, well,
not a winner.
No, she was.
She was. Yeah, but listen, we're in courts right now. Like, it's not worth. Like, you can't offer and then take it away. Apparently, so she's in, but
apparently she wants.
Let's just say she's not getting all the emails.
Apparently, you got to fire with just cause and give someone severance. Okay,
whatever.
Fine, we'll pay your vacation days. Relax. But. Okay.
Something going on at work? Are you okay? Seem to have that ready at the steady there, buddy.
Nobody messes with the Korolis. Nobody. Here's the thing. Okay, big reveal. We don't care. Actually, no one cares. You guys think that there's that what you think everyone knows about. No, the general populace doesn't.
Right.
But they know Toni Storm. They can get behind the Toni Storm.
Right.
They love the look. They love the banter. That's the woman you want going on the Tonight Show. That's the person you want on the daytime talk shows. That's the person you want going all around the world doing your thing. I get that you have a respect for one another, but please, for the love of God, you have the opportunity to actually have a mega global superstar.
Do you think that she's like that all the time? Do you think she's kayfabing all the way through?
Yeah.
I think she is. Like, she kind of... I would imagine if we walked right by her right now here at the University of Calgary, we walk by her, she's in that character.
Yeah.
I really do believe that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I do.
Now, speaking of characters that I need to get somehow off my TV and I never want to see them again, is the Wyatt Sicks.
Okay.
The Wyatts.
Oh.
You could put them in that category, put him in that category too. But right now, the Wyatts, guys...
It's stupid.
I'm gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it because I know that it may hurt some people's feelings. But can we just stop with this? This is enough. Yeah. So they come back on the birthday last week, right? They come on. They re-revealed themselves on the birthday. No one, like, I'm not gonna say no one cares, but no one cares. Okay, like. It didn't work the first time. It didn't work the first time. It worked for a minute. We were all interested. But then when we saw Chad Gable dead in the corner, we were like, okay, maybe they took it too far. It's a little much. Yeah. And then miraculously he's alive. Then, you guys kind of have a little fight with the Team America. It's just, it's not working. It's not working. And now you got them fighting with all the tag teams. Why?
Yeah, it's not working.
It's not working.
And look, and to your point, I know what you're trying to say, Mitch. And some people are going to listen and be like, oh my goodness, he's heartless and this and that.
I'm not.
You know what? No, he's not.
I'm a father.
You know what? He's a father of two.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Strong young boys on good principles and morals.
Bathe them in olive oil every night.
Said he got all that power from drinking raw olive oil all through his youth. Okay? Interesting stat, by the way.
Great stat.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
What he's saying is, look, is it nice that you do that? Of course. Why? Because you're respecting someone that should be respected and was amazing. And I get that. But unfortunately,
it has no place.
If that's what it takes to get a pop.
That's right.
Then, guys, I'm sorry. It's kind of insulting a little bit at the same time.
Do I think it's impressive when the lights turn black and then they reappear like in seconds? Yes, I do think that's cool. That is kind of neat.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them right there.
Not one, all of them.
But I don't get, that's like literally the only thing I'm interested in watching.
Yeah.
And that.
And then it's like, okay, so then the big guy's got to clothesline people.
Yeah.
The other guy's got to do a flip. The other guy's got to bounce off the ropes. The other guy's got to do a finishing move. And then they all got to pose in the middle of the ring for, for a team photo.
Yes.
Every single week.
Dude, I am not impressed. I don't like it.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about, where WWE is going, you're going to eat it and you're going to like it. This is the broccoli. This is the Brussels sprouts. Eat it. You're not leaving the table till it's done.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry.
And the costumes suck too.
Oh, they're horrible.
You know, and I got to tell you, are these the only people in wrestling that don't change their clothes?
You know,
like, what's her face?
I didn't want to say it.
She wears the same thing over and over again.
You know, a makeover wouldn't do her any harm.
It doesn't. No.
It doesn't. I mean, you got a lot of beautiful divas back there. They can give her some pointers.
You know, when you know they don't really have something for people is like they bring them back.
Right.
The Alexa Bliss, wasn't she part of the thing?
She was supposed to be. She's supposed to be their leader, apparently.
So it's
too,
like, so let me get this straight. So she's like doing the same character, but not doing the same character, but kind of doing the same character,
Yes.
but not doing the same character. And that Howie Doody, that mask. Listen to me. You don't go by the Alibaba version of the Phantom of the Opera mask. Okay. Put a lacquer on it and then come to work.
No, I agree.
Stop it.
Now, I'm going to say one thing. One thing that caught me off guard on going back to Saturday night's main event. Sorry, I know we're jumping around today. And I'll be honest, this is why. Because I was not impressed by Raw. I wasn't impressed by SmackDown last night. And AEW was fine. Their pay-per-view is what carried me through. And actually, Dynamite was the best of the 3 shows this week. But Damian Priest beating the McIntyre.
Yeah.
Now, I know McIntyre is going to be off for a little while. He's hurt and all that stuff. But were you surprised of how it all ended? I know it was a cage match. I mean, there wasn't going to be outside interference or anything like that. But I was that, you know what? Now I'm going to go back and very much apologize. That was a surprising ending to that match.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Okay, I'll admit when I'm wrong. You know, let's just call it what it is. I was getting mad about certain things.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was getting mad about certain things.
I get it.
And I took it too far.
You took it a little too far. And that's okay. But you know what? You're allowed.
Thank you.
You're allowed.
I feel like this is a safe space. We can all talk amongst each other. And sometimes I get a little... Basically, this was like what happens when I open the energy bill at the house. When I get mad at everyone. All of a sudden, I'm thinking we can live without heat and water.
No, we can't.
But quickly, I realized that's not feasible.
Get the air conditioning unit in there now.
That's
now
what
you're
I'm saying.
just pumping money out.
Yeah.
Now you're just paying.
I was thinking of getting
bills.
one, by the way.
You got to get
Yeah,
it.
I gotta get it.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
get
I
it.
gotta get it.
I got a guy.
Yeah, got a guy?
A guy.
Okay,
Everyone's got
let
a
me
guy.
know. Yeah.
You got to pay. That's the going rate.
Right.
If you can get it at around 5,
Yeah?
then that's the wheelhouse that they're doing things.
Well, we've
at.
been selling a lot of shirts lately.
We have been selling. Listen, why don't you just buy it? I'm sure we'll sell enough shirts. by
I have a feeling we're
Okay,
selling
I'm sure
enough
I'm
shirts.
going to sell enough shirts.
I mean,
right?
that'd be nice.
I'm going to get. Stay on the shirts. Stay on the shirts.
I'm on the shirts.
Okay,
Yeah.
stay there for a second.
Okay, I'm here.
I'm going to finish the point.
Okay.
I like what they did with the McIntyre, knowing that he's injured. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Squash him hard.
Right.
Get him off.
Yeah.
That's how you come back again. Concerto. You got to end it.
Yeah.
Until you didn't.
That's like swatting a fly with a bat.
He'll be back in numbers. Now let's get the shirts.
Yeah.
Our boy.
Yay.
The Tips McGee.
You mean number one salesman, Tips McGee?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
ABC?
There is always be closing.
That's right.
Okay, olive oil is for closers around these parts.
That's
okay?
right. That's right.
You want the oil? Okay, you
Hey,
want it?
you want it?
You got to push numbers, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna give to you. I'm so proud. I mean, I got to give shout outs all over the place. Okay, number 1, the Scotty A.
Scotty is beautiful.
Scotty A. Slides into the DMs, says, hey, guess what's coming here to the other side of the world?
That's good. I like that.
GWO material. Sends me a beautiful picture
Yeah.
with him and his wife.
Yeah.
They're
I
having
saw
dinner.
it. Yeah, you showed it to me.
Beautiful picture. And I mean, that's the community and the group that the GWO have. People all over the place.
Yeah.
GW Joe comes to my aid in the group chat, comes to my aid and says to me, hey, you're beautiful, Dimitri, on the inside and the outside.
That's nice.
What I'm getting at
What are you
is that
getting at?
people are the Greek of the week has become a coveted thing, and
They
I
want it.
Everyone
They
wants
need it.
But let me tell you something. When you go to your local Greek diner,
That's right.
where you know the people in place, and you say, hey, I'm wearing my GWO shirt, and the owner of that said diner looks and says, where did you get that? He says, where? I know a guy who knows a guy. I can get you in because I am win. And this guy all of a sudden says, give me 2 of those shirts, and you're doing sales across the sales?
That's amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have for the first time ever a reigning, defending for a second consecutive week, 2-time.
2-time.
Greek of the week is Tips McGee.
I love it.
I can't believe it.
It's big.
I can't believe it.
Do you think he eats with his the luchador mask on? Do you think he walks around and keeps it on? And
I think so.
I think so too.
I think so too. I think he walks around with the luchador
I
mask
love
on.
it. He's like, what? This whole
Commands
thing?
respect.
This thing.
Hey, in church, okay?
You know what? Not crazy.
Not crazy.
Not crazy at all.
I can't believe it.
Okay. You know what? Couple more things I want to talk about before we get to the alternate scenario. Money in the Bank. It's gearing. It's in 2 weeks. It's gearing up another PLE, and this one better be the best one. But anyways, I'm just saying. I'm looking at the card, and I'm like, so far, 5 on the men's side have been decided, and 5 on the women. So 1 more on each. On Monday Night Raw, both are going to be determined who's the 6th person. Right now, on the women's side, Naomi just got in last night.
Saw that.
Alexa Bliss is in. Julia is in. Roxana Perez, Rhea Ripley, and then on Monday, it's going to be Liv Morgan taking on Vakir and taking on Ivy Nile. Winner gets in as the 6th spot.
Yeah.
Those names so far, not bad on the women's side. I like it.
Not bad. Who do you think on the Monday? Who do you think?
Who do I think? You know what? I think it's Vakir, man. They're pushing her now. They're pushing her pretty strong. So I think she's gonna.
I think so.
And look at the other people in the lineup: Julia and Roxana Perez. And I guess you can almost put Alexa Bliss because she was gone for so long.
Isn't there a nice new wave going on over there?
Not bad.
Let's see what you got. Let's see what
I'm okay
see
with
it.
But see, here's the thing. Okay, let's assume it's Vakir, and then you got the Rhea Ripley, Vakir, Roxana Perez, Julia, Alexa Bliss, Naomi. Okay, and it's a ladder match. I think this would be a great match. I'm looking forward to watching it. Doesn't your odds automatically go to a Rhea Ripley to win this? But I feel like they're kind of telling us they don't want her to be doing that. It's like they kind of start wanting her to get bad again or something, turn heel or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Something's going on there. Yeah.
Something's
up.
But
there's a changing of the guard, I feel, a brewing.
I think so too. Yeah. And then in the men's side, he got in yesterday. I'll be honest with you guys. I thought this guy was done with the WWE. Andrade's in.
I know.
LA Knight's in. Solo, Seth Rollins, Penta. And then on Monday night, it's going to be CM Punk, AJ Styles, and El Grande Americano.
I'll tell you what we need.
I think we all know it's going to be CM Punk. It's kind of an automatic that he'll get in. It shouldn't be. It should be El Grande. He deserves the fair chance, and I think he can take these guys one-on-one.
What if CM Punk and Seth Rollins go for the briefcase and they rip it in half? So they actually have like half a case.
That's a good point.
Does that mean that they each get the claim?
Yeah. Well, look, it's all setting up for Seth Rollins to carry the briefcase for that X amount of time and utilize it when needed. I hope he doesn't hold it as long as Damian held on to it, where we kind of forgot he had it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they're kind of setting it up that way. If he doesn't win it, it'll be interesting because it's like, well, he's going to get the heavyweight championship. Some way or another, he's getting it.
Seth Rollins?
Yeah, Seth Rollins will get it. Now, having the Money in the Bank makes it just a little bit that win easier. It'll get there faster, but I don't know. Because CM Punk winning it, do we want CM Punk as the champion?
Know. But here's the thing. They both got a history of amazing cash-ins, don't they?
Yeah.
They're both Money in the Bank holders.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's kind of hot.
Yeah. And then they got a couple of them. We'll talk about that in a couple of weeks. But, it's setting up as the tag team now, right? Like our boy John Cena, the greatest of all time, and Logan Paul joining forces. I mean, you want to talk about like two forces joining together. That's pretty big.
You know what?
This is the new mega power.
This is the new mega power.
This is the new
They're
mega
the
power.
ultra powers.
The ultra powers.
Yeah, because you got to go past mega.
Right.
Which is ultra.
Agreed.
I think.
No, I think
I'd
you're
put
right.
Ultra past Mega.
Agreed.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I like this whole angle of destroying wrestling. There's something there.
I love it. Oh, I agree.
Like
I agree.
I think they got to take that belt off Jey Uso,
Yes.
and give it to Logan Paul in this little faction.
these two guys have it.
buddy. They got to do it.
And then, you know what? Here's how you, and then John Cena, how about how John Cena's walking down the ring now and he wears the belt backwards?
Even the black, like just words.
Brilliant.
John Cena.
Brilliant.
Everything's brilliant.
Everything's
You
brilliant.
guys love him.
You guys, how can you not like appreciate? We're going to miss him a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's not coming back.
Logan Paul,
He's made it very clear.
John Cena, each the championes.
That's nice. And what if they leave with the belts? Let's assume like they just
do it.
actually never come back.
Yeah.
And they actually do what they say. They're like, we're taking the belts. Do they? But can you just start over? I'm pretty sure you can.
Do you think if you're Moxley, you're upset because like this is totally ripping off your idea, but just seeing it better though?
Yeah. You know, funny you bring that up. Haven't you noticed that between these two promotions, there's a lot of crossover? A lot of crossover.
Yeah.
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 It's like almost to the point, it's like, so what are you putting on the special this week? Oh, pizza? Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Like Ricochet's getting more popular.
Join us for 2-for-1 pizzas this week.
WWE's got, and our new star, Rebound. Like now they just got to do like Marvel and DC when they copy each other's.
Yeah,
like,
that's
you know.
exactly what this is like. Yes.
they just got to copy like each other's stuff. Yeah.
That's so funny. That's
Yeah.
exactly what they should do. Actually, that would be very comical. And then you kind of have to your point,
Yeah.
there's going to be a point where you're going to be asked to choose. You'll be like, well, who do you like?
Who do you like?
And most people will be like, well, I like Iron Man. But some people like Superman.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I've
Right?
seen what you're throwing down
Right?
now. I like
There you
that.
go.
Yeah,
There you
you're
go.
right.
Yeah.
Totally right. One thing I'm not looking forward to seeing, because again, we saw it once, kind of maybe like the Rusev and Sheamus thing now. Like, you know, like I'm glad Rusev is back, but I guess I'm all about like, why don't you just bring him back when you kind of need him? Like, you know, you're paying other wrestlers to sit on the sidelines and do whatever. So why not just with him? Because right now, bringing him back, I'm not watching because of him. And then when he's beating up like everybody, and then Sheamus has got to come in and be the bodyguard, it's like, okay, yeah, but I don't know. I'm just saying.
Maybe he needed to join Paul Heyman's faction.
You know, last week we you know, that one made me mad when they uncovered it was Bronson, because it was sitting right there. Why didn't we do it?
We knew it.
We should have got it.
You know, sometimes we just try to overcall.
Yeah, we're overcompensating. You're
Yeah.
right. All right. Speaking of overcompensating, it's time for the alternate scenario.
Ooh, that could have gone one of two ways.
Exactly. Listen, I got one question and one question only, because it was all over the internet this last week, especially with regards to wrestling. It was Natalia's birthday. Happy birthday. Calgary Zone.
Calgary
You know,
Zone.
hey,
Our
this is what we do. Our home. It was her birthday, and she got the girls together on the boat. And there's like random video reels of all the girls. And it just made me wonder, that is the greatest boat of all time, right?
me?
At the moment. Yeah, exactly. But here's my question.
Genie, for my second wish, I'd like to turn into a boat.
I'd like to be the captain of that boat. Thank you. Here's my question. You're invited to the birthday party, but Natalia turns and says, hey, listen, I need you to only pick 3 girls. We can only get 3 on. You get the pick. So Natalia's in. It's her birthday. 3 people across the wrestling syndicate that you want on the boat with you. I'll
Right.
tag you in.
Whoa, okay. Tiffany, I gotta have my, have my
Okay,
strap.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to give me a little Mariah May.
Mariah May. Okay.
I do.
Really? Haven't seen her for a while. Kind of forgot about the Mariah May.
Well,
Okay.
She might be coming. She might be on that boat.
But isn't Mariah May, isn't that Tiffany? Aren't they the same person?
Oh, hold on.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Relax.
Because I'm trying to help you. That
And
could
I'm
be
not
just the same person.
Listen, not my typical style.
Right.
But I think if I'm creating 3 people,
Yeah.
I think I gotta go with a little.
Yeah.
You gotta give me some Cargill.
Some Cargill.
Oh yes.
Okay. I like it.
Of course, this is all.
Tag me in.
Oh, this is all based on talent.
Tag me in.
Hold on, let me sanitize my. Go ahead.
With my number 1 pick in this year's boat draft, I would like to select Chelsea Green.
Ooh.
I'm going Chelsea Green.
Okay.
I'm going Scarlett. Yeah, that's right.
I messed up. Yeah.
Darn right you did.
Yeah.
Now here's where I'm having a problem with my third. I'm a liking this Julia. I'm a liking everything she's putting down.
Yeah.
But then I look over and I see Harley Cameron, and I'm like, I really like what she's all about. She seems funny too. She'd be a great personality on the boat. Have a little fun, good combo, you know.
Yeah.
And then finally, I mean, you know it and I know it. It's got to be Nikita.
If she wasn't, then I would question you. You personally.
Me personally?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
That's
Yeah.
a great one.
That's all. I'll be honest. After I came up with this question, I passed out, I forgot, and I have nothing else. This is all I have for alternate.
Can we do the questions again?
Yeah, okay. Hold on.
What if I had a second boat? What if I had a second boat?
Yeah, let's say we got a bigger boat and we were allowed to bring 2 more people.
Okay.
2 more.
Okay, so we got a bigger boat.
Bigger boat, 2 more people can come on the boat.
Okay.
I'll tag you.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay, Scarlett.
Okay. Scarlett's in.
And then I don't know. There's just so many to choose from.
There is a lot.
There's so I don't.
Okay.
No.
What do you got?
I think it's the Becky Lynch.
Are you in my brain? I was literally going, do I want to bring Becky?
I'd rather be in. I mean, yeah, no, maybe you're right.
Tag me in.
I gotta take you in. What would you
Okay.
do?
Since you're bringing Becky, I don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I was thinking about Charlotte. Because, despite everything else, she looks great, but I'm not going to go Charlotte.
No.
I'm not.
What do you think?
Anna Jay.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going a little Anna Jay.
Okay.
And then my final pick.
Piper Niven.
Listen, it's not the worst idea. It's not. Shayna Blazer's the worst idea. But hold on.
What about Maxine?
Maxine Dupree.
Yeah.
That's it. You're right. Yeah. Maxine Dupree.
Okay, what if we had another boat?
Okay, so let's say, hold on. The question, what if we got a bigger boat and we're allowed to add 1 more person on the boat? I'll tag you in.
Nikita! I had to do it for you. Listen, we could go on this all day, every day, twice a day, 5 times a day. I'm spent. I got no energy left. I don't know what happened. This is the greatest alternate scenario of all time, or as I like to call it, my dreams. There's no American Nightmare there. I'll tell you that right now.
Hell no.
But listen, thank you very much to all of you that support us. The T-shirt sales are off the hook. We truly appreciate it, honestly, because it's your hard-earned money and you support the show.
Yeah, thank you.
And what was really nice is all of you that are wearing them out there with proudly. And I appreciate that. And so does Mitch and Mike and Andy and Stefanos and everyone and the GW Joe. We all appreciate it. We want to do this for all of you. Look, ACT.
Hey.
Mitch and Dimitri.
Hey.
Anywhere where you're streaming your podcast. Facebook page.
That's right.
Celebrate Wrestling. McGuire's dropping it tomorrow like he usually does. Legends and Champions coming next week as well.
He's going to have the James Storm on. I'm actually really excited about that interview.
Yeah, me too.
Because we talked about it off the camera or off the mics, whatever, behind the scenes. And you know what? He was in a great time. Imagine him and Stone Cold together, or the Beer Money along with Stone Cold or something. That would, or even Stone Cold on that side of the fence. I don't care. Point is, it was all there. It's. I just feel like that's. You want to talk about maybe one of the greatest factions I ever could have been assembled? That would have been it. I think it would have been great.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Why don't we do a what if faction thing next week?
What if?
Well, what if you enjoyed this show so much that you told a friend or two and got them to subscribe to the channels and the Facebook page? Until then, we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone.
Cheers, shot.